Hello and welcome to Dice Jesters. My name is Julie.
And my name is Dave.
And we are a merry and whimsical board game podcast where we dive deep into games with curious minds and a jester's grin. We feature 10 by 10 challenges where each season we commit to playing 10 games at least 10 times and sometimes much more. Today we will be giving you a random jester jamble of our halfway episode.
Is jamble even a word?
I think we looked it up because you didn't believe me that it was a word. You know how many words I have said where you're like, I don't believe you, it's a word. Like when I was doing poetry or whatever, and I was like, oh, I was sown. And you were like, no, I don't think that's the word you're looking for. I'm like, yeah, you'd like sow, like farm. And then you looked it up and you were like, oh, I see.
It's never quite the word that I think that it is. But
I just use some like Wisconsinite words, you know, some farming words.
What's your favorite farming word?
Tractor. No, let me think. What farming word? I don't know, because to me it's just normal.
Do you feel like a farm girl?
You know, when I talk sometimes to people, I do feel like a farm girl, yeah, because I will be randomly talking and like saying stuff, and then I could tell when I'm talking to somebody that's more city. You know, like my friend that you and I have hung out with before. She's super bubbly, super friendly. She's more city than I am, you know?
Yeah.
You can tell a big difference. So, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a farm girl. I feel like an outcast. And I'm not talking about like Andre 3000. I'm talking about like just outcasts in general.
Who's Andre 3000?
What are you talking about right now? David, we were... Shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. No? What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. You are older than me.
Have I heard this song before?
Yes, everybody has heard this song.
Oh, wait. Well, we're just...
They are the reason that Polaroid said, please do not shake our photos.
You're not supposed to shake Polaroid
Oh my
photos?
Goodness. Oh,
I thought you were supposed to.
Have you been under a rock? We aren't even in the episode.
Is this a simulation?
Yeah, Andre 3000.
Okay, I still don't...
From Outkast.
Oh, from Outkast. Okay, so we're talking about Outkast. That's what
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying I feel like an Outkast, no Andre 3000.
Okay, shake it, shake. That's what...
yes.
Now, okay, you phrase it the right way.
I even did this. I even was going like this. I was like, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid. You know what? People will get it. People will be like, you know what, Julie, I know what you're talking about. Or they're going to message me and be like, what are you talking about?
Either way is fine.
Either way. Fine. So this episode is dedicated.
It's about shaking it.
Oh my God. What are we shaking, David?
Shaking it up.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're shaking it up with a jester jamble.
Because we're halfway through.
We're halfway through.
There.
Yes. I'm not going to go down the song path. Living on a prayer. You're like, your songs are always so highly diverse. Like when we were in the car the other day and you were like, have you ever heard this song before? And I was like, this is the first time I've heard this song. And you're like, you're singing along to it.
You knew every word.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Fill in the blanks.
I like finish sentences. You know, I gather where we're heading and then I get us there. So that's how I do for songs.
Well, it was weird because we were driving, had the radio on. It was an odd station because we're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Flipping through the radio station and I find a station that's playing songs I think are kind of in the Julie wheelhouse, you know, some more hip tunes.
Right. The Weeknd was playing.
So he said, hey, let's listen to this station. So we were cruising down the highway and then the music on the station kind of changed to country, which I'm not the biggest country music fan. But, you know, I thought I'm a little bit too lazy right now to change the station. So we just kept it playing. Just, you know, getting into the mindset of being in the middle of nowhere. And then you started singing along to this country song. Like, A, I didn't know that you like country music. B, I've never heard of the song in my life. Have you heard of the song in your life? No. This was the first time.
That was the first time.
And somehow you could keep up. I've never even paid attention to the lyrics in songs before. Before you, honestly. You know the lyric to every song we listen to. But I could tell you the beat. I could hum the tune, do a little bit of a gentle head nod. Actually being able to recite the lyrics. No, if I'm doing karaoke, which I'm probably really good at, I'm going to have to read every word on the screen.
You got to be careful telling me you're going to karaoke because I'm Filipina, okay? And karaoke is our favorite pastime. So if you're going to say you're going to karaoke, we're going to go to karaoke.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. But no, it's funny that you bring that up because when I was coming home from work today, I was actually humming that song. I was like, I think he's choosing Texas, like singing.
You remember the
yeah,
tune?
I remember that, and
That's wild.
I was laughing to myself.
I couldn't even hum it.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, Dave would find this so funny right now.
Because it was about going to Texas or something.
Well, he was choosing Texas. And she was jealous.
Right.
She's like, you don't need a crystal ball to see it.
The memory you have is remarkable. Honestly,
it's detrimental at times. You know, things are burned into my mind
because then I can't forget.
I know, I never forget, and then I, never forgot.
Oh, that sounded like a threat. My goodness,
my eyes.
Like when we're playing games and I wrong you one time, you
oh,
will come back months later,
like Lahab when you took my harbor. Oh, you made me lose my mind.
Was it the harbor or was it the
fishery?
Like fishery?
Well, I have like this 3 that I do, and you took one of the 3, and I about lost it. And you never lost harder in that game, other than when you wronged me.
Is that the game where I got like all the loans and I can?
Yeah, that's the game where you really went deep in the hole, and I got the luxury liner and sold all my goods.
Oh my, yeah.
Because I was like, you want to do this to me?
You wait.
You wait.
When you least expect it.
I'm going to switch up the strategy. But yeah, so what have we been up to? Playing games. We're halfway through. So what games have we played so far?
We've played Expeditions.
Yes.
Bonfire. Zulkin the Mayan Calendar. Antiquity. And Moon Colony Bloodbath. That was completely from memory.
That was a good job. And you did like an order, I'm pretty sure. Right?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Did it go Antiquity, Moon Colony Blood? Yeah, it did. Yeah. Yep. Nice job. Proud of you.
So we've done 5. We've been going is bi-weekly? I never remember. Is it
It's bi-weekly.
Every 2 weeks.
It's bi-weekly.
Yes.
Because
previously we've been doing weekly episodes, but this season has been
it's been a little different.
Because we've been doing expansions with the games or doing some added segment to the end for the most part, I think.
Yeah.
And this is taking more time.
And a little adventure. Okay. We missed
the pairings or the
pairings. Well, the pairings are adventures, are they not? You don't think they're adventures? Well, you just think they're pairings?
No.
How is it in your head?
They're not just pairings.
No, they're adventures.
So much thought goes into it. That's what's been taking our time.
Oh.
We've been traveling the world trying to pair with these games. Like, took you to Disneyland.
You keep saying you took me. That was our honeymoon. If anything, I took you to Disneyland.
The Grand Lodge for the... that one's maybe that's probably too soon. That one's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Forget I said that.
Forget I said that. Oh, I thought your foot was Lupin. I was like, oh, Luluman's. Which, speaking of cat, we are starting a journey, like a real journey, like REEL, not REAL, Reels, Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Of anytime I run into an animal, because we have come to notice that I'm like this, I don't know, Snow White in the forest.
Animal god, honestly.
Yeah.
Goddess.
So it was so funny because there's this, I know all the cats in the neighborhood, and anytime there's a new cat, I'm like, we must be friends because I'm friends with all the other cats. Well, there's this one specific cat that I'm friends with, and when we had visited that cat last, somebody was like, no fair, because they were trying to get the cat to come out from the like bush that it was in. I forgot what bush it was in, but he was trying to be like, here, kitty kitty, and then cat wasn't coming out. We go up to it, and I'm like, oh hey, and she comes out, and she's like, purr purr purr, and you're like standing back there with your hands folded. You were like, I'm telling Lupin. I'm like, oh my gosh. But the point is, the cat came to me, right? So then fast forward, or I don't know, rewind back, we go to this museum, right? And I go to the bathroom by myself, when the bathroom is like around the corner, so you have to go outside, because the museum is this historic house. I think it was like the second Oregon Trail.
The second oldest museum.
Second oldest museum. The first one supposedly was the Portland Art Museum.
That's right.
Which is like shocking because I feel it must have been renovated so much.
I think so.
It has to happen. There's no way. But anywho, so I'm coming back from the restroom, and there's a cat. It pops up, and it's like meow, and I'm like meow, and then we friends. We become friends, and then I need to show you the cat, right? So then we go outside. I'm like, and then the cat comes running up. I'm like, oh my gosh, we best friends, we besties, right? So then you and I are now in the barn, and the cat's with us in the barn, and then we're walking away, and the cat's following us. And I was like, Dad, look at this cute cat, because it's like Lupin but black and brown. And so then I was like, oh my gosh, and I rename all the cats because I don't know their real names, so I give them all other names except for some cats in the neighborhood. I know their real names, but
it feels kind of weird when you learn their real name, doesn't
it does, because we learned the real name of this cat, and I was like,
it didn't quite feel right.
No, it didn't feel right.
What was the name that you came up with for the cat?
Sir Baby.
Okay. That's right. The memory is coming back now.
Why are you making that face? You were like, ooh, Lupin is finding out about this. And I was like, well, this cat has a different nickname than Lupin. Lupin is Baby Lulu, Scooscoo Baby. This one is Sir Baby. Completely different.
Okay.
So, and Sir Baby liked it. Like, he was all like, oh, purr. And I was petting Sir Baby. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are so cute. I want all the kitties, right? And then
every time we leave our place, I'm afraid that we're going to bring more animals home.
Yeah. You know what? There's a saying, and I don't know if I made up this saying and now I just believe it's a saying, but there's a saying that says, how somebody acts towards animals is how somebody's soul is. So if somebody's a meanie bobini to animals, they have a dark soul. If somebody's kind and want to help animals, they have a light soul. So you should be grateful that you ended up with somebody with a light soul who loves animals.
I'm eternally grateful.
Thank you. I would pet the deers too.
Well, that's a whole nother story we can get into.
Right. I mean, the ravens became my friend too after the seagull situation. So, which I already told the story. So you're going to have to find the episode and listen to the very end to get the Julie Jamble, because we don't have Patreon anymore. So I hit y'all up at the very end of the episodes with my jambles. If y'all missed those are at the end of the episodes.
Should it be Julie Jambles or Julie's Jubilations?
I like jambles. I feel like jubilations is a Dave word. Jambles is more of like a me word.
I agree. I'll call them jubilations. You can call them jambles. Julie's jests.
David's declaration.
Yeah.
Of defiance.
Whoa.
But anywho.
I love that.
So this cat and we were BFFs. So Dave, you recorded a reel so that we could post. Because we can we're going to post. I know it's not game related, but I think it'd be good to get to know the Dice Jesters on a different level outside of board games. So on our Instagram, we're also going to sprinkle in any of those fun animal adventures that we run into, because we run into a lot of those. And that's why we picked the World Wildlife Foundation when we did the whole fundraiser thing last year. That was last year, right? That was last year. Yeah, that was last year.
Ago? My goodness.
I'm very big in karate chopped the mic there, but very big into animals. Absolutely love them. Want to save them all, even the scary ones.
Want to catch them all too.
Yes, Pokemon. But so that is something that we are going to add in, and we have gotten people messaging about those little side journeys. It was really funny because Reggie, if you're listening, which I mean, it was a shout out to you, but we were talking about how I'm the crow mommy, and I was like, oh, I got those crows on lock, and he said, you mean on flock? I was like, oh. I was like, way to murder that joke.
Oh my
get it? Because yes, I think I said that, at least in my head I did. But yeah, I was like, okay, in with the bird jokes. And you're coming from somebody who was scared of birds. Oh, and then that was the other journey. I was like, oh, look at that blue jay. And you're for somebody who doesn't, all these birds.
And there was that day there were 3 bird experiences.
There was, yes.
Wasn't?
Yeah, because there were 2 chickadees. That? And I was like, oh, look at the chickadees.
There were the chickadees, the blue jay, and then the cat at the museum. And it's funny because this may be a pairing for a game. I haven't decided what I'm going to pair this experience with, but I'll take you to these places, whether it's a museum or nature, wherever it is. The intention of where we're going is one thing. Like, we're here to learn about the history of this town or building or structure, whatever. There's always an animal that it's like, was the admission to the museum necessary as a component to this journey today? It was more about discovering animal friendships with furry critters and friends.
Yes. If we were to make a board game, I would have animals. I know people are like, oh, animals that talk and move like humans is so overdone. Well, you know what? You make a board game then, because my board game's going to have Lululeans. He's going to be talking. Well, I guess
sentient squirrels.
I guess. Okay. Are you drawing these? I don't know how to draw a squirrel.
You're going to give me some really bizarre concepts.
Yes, that I'm not going to know what to do with it. So, but yeah, it's not just cats and birds. We had gone to the third oldest house. As you can see, there is a theme to what we do in our free time, and that involves historic locations. So we had gone to the third oldest house in Oregon, and they have a doggy there, and the dog was my best friend. And everyone's like, oh, she's so nice to the dog. And I'm like, yeah, we friends. We besties. You're looking at me like that. You're like, because you're doing these hand movements that nobody can see but me.
That's true. And then there was a cat the other night on our walk, too.
Oh, yes, that was Lucy. A new cat. The
Lucy,
like,
is that right?
No, Lucy's the other cat. The other cat that guy was trying to pet, but it was staying in the bush.
Okay, when you were telling that story, I was trying to remember which cat you were talking about because there's so many.
Yeah, so that's Lucy. Then we have, which is actually her name. Then we have another cat that's new to our walk because that's the cat I'm like, oh, that's a new kitty that I want to befriend. The cat doesn't know me.
Then it ran away.
It did. I was disappointed.
That's step one.
Step one is to capture the kitty.
Well, the cat has to get used to you.
Yeah.
I think that was just the first
Well, maybe because
come back.
When we go for walks, we bring Lupin sometimes when it's cold enough out. Well, not cold, but when the weather isn't, I don't know, trying to overheat us. And we bring him, and he talks to all the animals. Like, he really liked that deer. Like, him and that deer were vibing. Like, they were staring at each other, and then that dog came and scared the deer away.
Right.
But they got pretty close. Like, they got as close as you and I are right now. We're sitting very close.
We're very close.
Okay. Thank you, David. Did you want to talk about games? I feel like I've been on my rant about.
Well, one thing I was going to mention before we get into that was, we had a moment the other night, and
I?
Yeah, we go for walks.
Okay.
We're walking along, and normally you're the one to spot things really easily. Like, you have a very sharp sense of perception. I jokingly refer to myself as Eagle-Eyed Dave because I don't have the eyes of an eagle. Like I'm so oblivious. Dave. My head is in the clouds, so when we're walking, my brain is thinking about whatever's going on in my world, creating stuff, ideas.
Okay.
I'm never paying attention to what's in front of me. Sometimes I almost always stumble over things that we're walking, like whether it's something on the ground that somebody left or animal, fill in the blanks. You can think of things I might not want to step on that you save me from constantly. So we're walking and you're talking to me and I say, hey, look to your right. There's a deer standing like 7 feet away from us, just staring at us. And somehow you didn't perceive that it was there and I was the one to save us. How did that feel? Being with somebody that's so sharp with their perceptive capabilities.
I don't know, Dave. How does it feel?
It feels good because it was kind of dark outside.
No, it was very dark outside. Okay, I was fixated on the guy who had overalls. So he had a white shirt and then black overalls. But the way he was walking, because the way the road was, made it look like he was kind of like crawling in a weird way. And I was like, is that a skinwalker that we're walking up on right now? That's what I was fixated on.
Honestly, with the experiences we have, I wouldn't be surprised.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's
I think anything is possible, honestly.
Although all the situations that I almost get us in, well, I do get us in, but...
It takes a lot to shock me. I don't think that I could be surprised.
It takes a lot to scare me. And I can only remember one time that I was truly scared.
When was that?
Yes. So anyways, board game related. This is an embarrassing thing that I need to call out on myself.
Okay, I'm
here we
interested.
Go. So you and I were at like this art museum that had a whole chess level. Like everything was chess themed.
Oh.
And I don't know what was wrong with me that day. Like, I was like so tired, and my eyesight was just acting. You're coming up with excuses. I'm like, no, for real. Because then when we went upstairs, it was like a whole other ordeal when they were like, oh, this. And I'm like, what are you talking about to me right now? We don't need to say specifics. But yeah, I was extremely off.
And then we went to another place after what you're talking about, and the wind was kind of weird. It was making you feel.
Yeah, I have wind issues. It like really messes with me.
And then the place after that with the music and the menu select. I don't know.
Music. Oh yeah. I was gone by that time, and this is not under the influence of anything, by the way. I don't know. My mind was really weird.
It was an off day.
It was I can't remember an off day that was that bad, but.
And then the weird music that night that we came across. Oh, yeah. I could keep going. People probably wanted to hear your story first, but I'm just taking us on another path.
But I was so like mentally gone. I mean, to be real, I know that people listen to podcasts and stuff like that to escape reality, but it's okay for reality to hit and for people to know that people who make podcasts also have reality things, and work has just been completely, tremendously difficult for me as of recent. And I haven't been as creative as I usually am. Usually I'm like drawing, doodling, creating like 50 different things. And so I haven't had like a pure escape, and I think it all caught up to me, gave me fog brain, and I was lost. I was lost in the sauce. And so we go to this chess museum. Well, it's an art museum with a whole chess floor, and they have these life-size chess pieces set up, right? And I don't know why, but the way the chess pieces looked so wrong to me. Like, I was like, this looks so wrong. And so I was going up there and kind of like fiddling with it and switching some pieces around. And this guy came up to me and he's all like, that's wrong. And I was like, are you sure? Because like, why come up to a stranger? Like, how do you know that, like, maybe I was doing something? Maybe I was setting up something to, like, play myself. You never know. But he felt the need to tell me it was wrong, which is fine. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, 100%. And I was like,
he said 100%.
Yeah, he said 100%.
I'm 100% sure.
I know. I, like, thought about it, and I was like, what happens if I said, that's not even what I'm doing? What happens if I hit him with, oh, Magnus never won by doing the same old thing. He can switch, like, come on, guy. I'm already having a tough day, and I'm like just doing something, and you're over there, not you, but the guy was over there like giving me a hard time. I should have asked him to play. I should have. I'm so also, mad at myself.
You heard his wife say something like, see, I told you that it felt that way. And when you were switching I think it was the knight and the bishop or something. And
yeah.
In my mind, I was like, this looks strange the way you're moving it, but it's been like a few solid months since we've played chess. I was also tired that day.
Well, either way, I was tired, and the pieces looked funny. Like, the knight was taller than this bishop. That's why I was confused, because the bishop's taller than the knight.
So you switched it, and then the guy just came up and
and he ruined my day.
It kind of did. Yeah,
I was just like, okay. Like, I feel like it would be different if he was playing with me and he was like, oh, just to let you know, like in a kinder way, but he came off on a very prestigious way, like on his high horse, like, I am 100% correct. I was like, okay, I'm going to go cry now.
Do you think some people just, I don't know, is it like they need to prove themselves, or do you really think that he was trying to be helpful?
I generally believe it's because his wife and him had because I didn't clock their conversation initially. I heard their conversation, but I didn't know they were talking about the board, like the giant chessboard. So when I was finagling it and she added more to that conversation by saying, see, you're wrong, I feel that it in turn triggered him, and then he had to establish that he was correct by calling out a small girl.
Well, what would have been funny is if you went back and said something like, okay, you want to play a round?
That's what I'm saying. I should have challenged him in a round, and then he would have been like toasted.
Yeah, you would have started with your not your rook, sorry, your rook pawn. You like your opening move that confuses people.
He would have been like, huh. He would have been like, oh, she doesn't know how to play chess. And then out of nowhere, bam.
Yeah, he would have started with the classic Queen's Gambit or something. You would have come around and just demolished, honestly. You're a really good chess player.
See, you should just leave people alone, sir. Like, you don't need to ruin people's days. I don't know. I feel like there was a nicer way to do it, and he just wasn't nice.
I think people should be nice over it. Like, this bleeds into the board game hobby, too, because I've played with a lot of strangers, and I think sometimes people are good intention, and they just... I was talking to somebody about this today, actually. Like, I firmly believe... We're getting off in a philosophical kind of thing, but most people, I believe, that come across as negative or however you want to phrase it, just truly don't understand how they're coming across. Like, they're not self-aware. They're not understanding something.
Okay, but in this scenario, they were already bickering at each other. Like, it was like a whole back and forth before he even came. So I'm like, I don't need to be part of your argument.
You don't.
No.
Yeah. But people should just be cool. People should be nice to each other.
They should be. Like,
you don't know what kind of day somebody's having.
I watch people do things wrong on a daily per my job, and I'm not down their throats about it. I like let them fail and let them like ask questions if needed. Like, that's how you learn. And I wasn't even learning. I simply was just moving pieces around. Like, why does it matter how the pieces are moved? Like, he wasn't planning on playing.
No, but he should have. He should have been ready.
I know.
Ready for the challenge.
Ready to cash the check. I'm not even going to, but you know.
Quoting some lyrics.
I'm quoting some lyrics that are not PC.
So many songs.
So,
do you think you could karaoke to any song that somebody pulled up without even reading the words on the screen?
So it's funny, in the Philippines, anytime there's like a rap portion coming up, they hand me the mic. Even if they like don't know if I know the song or not, they hand me the mic.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
I have a lot. I don't really have a go-to.
What do you think mine would be?
Eye of the Tiger.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that'd be my song?
I see it. Mine is Kiss Me.
Okay, that's a good one. Some like 90s rom-com type
or like some Spice Girls, If You Want to Be My Lover. You wanna?
I'm gonna pretend like I don't know the lyrics to that song.
You don't know that song?
No, I do. I'm just pretending like I couldn't sing along.
You said you do karaoke. Put the mic where your mouth is.
Well, sometimes, you know, when we're playing games, we kind of have this soundtrack that comes on. It's kind of like 90s, early 2000s. And sometimes I catch you off guard because I know the words to songs. And you're like, how do you know the words to the song? And I'm like, because I've been alive. I haven't completely lived under a rock. Like, I remember when the song came out.
It'll be so funny because you'll be in my car, right? And Limp Bizkit will come on.
Okay, we're talking about it.
Then, like, some Do You Feel the Love Tonight? I forgot who sings that.
Phil Collins.
And then it'll fast forward to, like, Doja Cat. And then it'll, like, back it up
to like some 1940s.
Yeah, to like Run Rabbit Run. Yeah, you're like, you listen to this? You should literally just go off on this.
Gosh.
I'm like, yeah, this goes hard.
I never heard that song before. I read the whole history about it. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
World War II, and oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then it'll go to like a Belgium song where it's like, this is Belgium.
It's so diverse. And are we the first board game podcast to mention Limp Bizkit? We might be. I can't imagine that comes up very often.
I could say that there is a high chance that I'm probably the only person that sings along to Eminem while playing a hardcore board, not even a hardcore, just like a thinky game.
Do you think Eminem and Fred Durst have played modern board games?
They actually don't like each other.
Really?
Yeah, because he was supposed to be on Limp Bizkit, and Fred Durst is like, nah. That's why, yeah.
I bet they both play Castles of Burgundy. That has to be.
Oh, for sure.
That's what they do in their spare time.
That's definitely what they do in their spare time. You hit it right on the nail.
I think Fred Durst, like all of his anger that you hear in songs, is really just because he
hasn't won at a board game.
He lost at some board games. He's really angry.
I just found out there's like clown rock. Like, that's what it's called. I've never heard it.
Clown Posse?
No, I guess not. I guess it's like a whole separate genre. That's what my coworker was telling me about today.
You know what genre really fascinates me, and I've heard some music from it, but it's dungeon synth.
Ooh, I like dungeon synth.
It has such a cool vibe.
It's very,
you should listen to it when we play some fantasy kind of games.
I like violins. Like those are pretty
cool.
neat.
Now we're just naming instruments. I like the cello.
I do like the cello. The cello is pretty neat.
Well, you have we talked about you played musical instruments growing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sound like there's some disdain underlying.
There's lots of things that I did.
You sound like you've committed some crime. Maybe we don't want to dig into that.
No. There's lots of quote unquote talents I have that weren't particularly for my.
I will say one thing that's really funny about you as a person is I've come across people in my life that kind of get a rise off of making people cringe, like those cringy moments, and you're not quite on that level, but you say things and just let the silence hang sometimes, like, oh yeah, like the first time I went to jail. And then you like laugh, and then you never say I just kidding. Some people are left wondering, like, did she really go to jail?
This is so funny. When I worked at the hospital, I had this coworker and we were talking, and I forgot how we got into the subject, but she was talking about jail. And I was like, oh, jail's not that bad compared to prison. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, prison sucks, but if you know a few people, it's all right. And she was like, what? And like, I was like, yeah. And then I just walked away. And then she asked me the next day, she's like, can we circle back to that?
Unpack that
and I was like, what are you talking about? And she's all like, have you been to prison? And I'm all like, they do a background check before they let you work here. And she's like, you're not answering my question.
You do a good job at not answering people's questions.
So
you've done that to me a few times. I'm like, hey, nope, you didn't answer my question.
I know you have done that.
When you're trying to surprise me with something,
mm-hmm.
and then I'm on to you, and I ask you questions, and then you try to divert by saying words but not answering my question.
Yeah, you're like, do you work from home today?
Because my dad did that growing up. He was so like that.
That's why we're like best friends.
You and my dad are closer than we were. She's like, do you have father issues? No, I'm just kidding. My dad's cool.
It's so funny because one of your family members had recently asked me a question, and he made me laugh because he's like, you never answered my question. I'm all like, and you never answer mine. So
that's awesome. But yeah, we're halfway through playing our 10x10 challenge. We got some more games coming up, which we can't talk about. It has to be a surprise.
Yes, a surprise. Yeah. So tell us your guesses. Comment your guesses. So thank you so much for joining us this week. Let us know if you enjoy hearing more about us and getting to know the Dice Jesters, because these halfway episodes are something that we can incorporate to every season. Have we so far? I don't remember. Do we do halfway? I can't remember. It's been so long.
We used to do more in-between type of episodes. We did it first, and then we incorporated them, and then we kind of, I don't know. I don't know where we're at right now.
I don't know. But do you like these? Let us know.
Yeah.
Do you want more of these? Jambles? You're like,
jubilations?
Jambles or jubilations? Yes. Let us know. Jambles is the only correct answer.
You're like, and I'm the only one to read the comments.
No, for you. For this, you're the one that reads the comments. Unless you Instagram. Instagram is me. The Instagram. Yes. We are Dice Jesters on the Instagram. Wait, are we Dice Jesters or are we the Dice Jester? Now I can't remember. Now I gotta check.
Well, I think the email is thedicejesters@gmail.com, and I think
and then Instagram is Dice at Dice Jesters. Yeah. So if you want to email us, as Dave said, thedicejesters@gmail.com. Feel free to email away. Otherwise, you can hit us up on Instagram at just Dice Jesters, where you can see our animal reels when I post them. And of course, you can see some game reels. There's a picture of Dave and I on Space Mountain.
Why did that sound wrong? It was, Space Mountain.
Because I was going to say Space Hill, and I was like, that sounds
Space Hill? Like the off-brand Disneyland? Cosmic Mountain.
That's funny. But it was from our little honeymoon, so you could see both of our personalities in that first photo, as well as a Sunday I spent way too much money on because I was too deep in the line already. So that is where that is.
That was a depression low when you realized the price tag on that.
I felt got. I really did feel like I got. But yeah, so thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a wonderful week. Be sure to join us for our next episode. And as always, play games with the ones you love.